Whenever abortion is on the ballot, it wins.
Excuse me, I'm collecting signatures.
1 year since the fall of Roe versus Wade politically, this issue looks a lot like this.
Can I get a signature?
Yep.
Great.
Are you registered to vote in Franklin County?
Canvassers collecting petitions, hoping to get an abortion-related question on their state's ballot, a process that requires a lot of clipboards and signatures.
The state requirement's 413,000.
This petition gathering effort is happening in Ohio, which just may be ground zero in the reproductive rights fight in 2023. Organizers have until July to submit signatures to the state in order to qualify for this November's ballot. What's happening here isn't unique. Since the Supreme Court's landmark decision, all of these states have held ballot measures on abortion. It's possible all of these states will hold elections on the issue either this year or next, according to Ballotpedia, a nonpartisan group that tracks potential elections. In 2022, 6 statewide abortion-related elections occurred, and each time, the side pushing for more reproductive rights won, which is why in Ohio there is an eagerness by progressives to get their issue on the state ballot.
Whenever abortion is on the ballot, it wins.
Anastasia Martinez says her group is doing this because there is a concern that conservatives who lead the state legislature and the state Supreme Court will soon restrict access. In the last year, 14 states have banned most abortions. In Ohio, abortion prior to 22 weeks is currently permitted, but a law banning most procedures after 6 weeks could soon be allowed by the state Supreme Court. Until that opinion is issued, the law is on hold. If Martinez's ballot measure passes, though, it would place abortion protections in the state constitution.
There is a fear, but there is also a lot of optimism.
A year later, the tactic for progressives is very different from the tactic conservatives are taking. Do you feel like you're playing a little defense?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that with politics, it's always an ebb and flow.
Elizabeth Marbach is with Ohio Right to Life, a group that advocates against all elective abortions unless the health of the mother is at stake. After years of fighting to get conservative judges and lawmakers in the right places, she says groups like hers are committed to protecting what they achieved last year. Part of that includes making it harder for reproductive rights groups to get ballot measures passed. In August, voters will decide on a separate ballot measure that would change the threshold in which an issue needs to make it into the Constitution. Currently in Ohio, you need 50% plus one of the voters statewide to amend the Constitution. If the ballot measure in August is approved, any change would need 60% from voters instead. Collecting signatures isn't the only way to create a ballot measure in Ohio. Conservative state lawmakers have the right to create a ballot question themselves, and they did so last month. Is this ballot measure to make it harder to change the Constitution a direct result of your side fearing that this abortion measure is going to be in front of voters this fall?
I think that absolutely it was a motivating factor. It would not be truthful to say otherwise. The strategy is still the same, advocating for life.
One thing is abundantly clear. 1 year removed from the Supreme Court decision, the political fight over abortion is not over. It just looks different. Instead of protests and cases at the Supreme Court, it's clipboards at local parks. Joe St. George, Scripps News, Columbus.